Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I am super excited to be with you on a Monday. We're starting a new series called the Weekly 1% Shift. And each week I'm going to be bringing to you a little tip or tool that you can try on for the week to see how it feels and see where you can make little tiny shifts to improve your health and wellness. So today we're going to be kind of diving into that transformative power of pause. And yes, pause is my word for the year. And as I've reflected backwards, and it's only been 2 months, I really, I had like a story or a situation pop up that came to my memory, which was a couple of years ago. I had a friend named Kelly who had purchased a necklace and it had a little pause symbol on it. And when I saw her and she explained that, she holds on to it during the day when she needs to take a pause, I absolutely loved it. So I bought it. At that point, the actual practice of pause was not intentional in my life. And so I didn't really know what was to come. But fast forwarding till this year, this word, I've been wearing the necklace for years, but this word and having that around my neck sometimes really just is what I need to get me through the day. When I ask myself what pause means, it means to me giving myself permission to take a moment, to get centered, present, and maybe get some meaning out of something that is happening in that moment. So for me, incorporating pause into my daily life this year has really helped me to take a step forward on my wellness journey. And I wanted to highlight just a couple of the things that I've been receiving from just the simple practice of pause. The first one is mindful reflection. Mindful reflection is when you are deliberate in taking a pause for self-awareness. This practice allows us to get a little bit of a better understanding of our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions just a little bit more deeply because we're bringing awareness to it at that moment. For me, I think it improves some of my decision-making, skills. It increases my self-compassion for myself and for others, and it makes me show up with a greater sense of purpose. When I think about that in its entirety, emotions really stands out to me because when I am running quickly, when my mind is in chaos, which our minds are always thinking, that's kind of what they do, but sometimes they overthink and they go too fast. And therefore, you're not really absorbing or reacting in an appropriate manner to help you be your best self. And so sometimes when I take that simple break and I pause, I can see my emotions more clearly. I can decide if they are serving emotions or if they're ones that are not serving me in the moment. And then I can reframe and move forward. And I move forward maybe with a different outcome because I've given myself that, intentional pause. The second thing is stress reduction. So when we are being impacted by stress, which is all of us, because if you're a living human being, we have stress on a daily basis, whether it's physical stress, mental stress, taking this simple action of pausing actually can interrupt that stress response, which gives our bodies and minds a chance to reset. The third tip that I wanted to talk about was the connection with the present. When we give ourselves permission to pause, we are becoming fully present in the moment. By doing that, we can allow ourselves to appreciate small joys that we might have missed. We can find gratitude in an ordinary thing that we might be doing. We can also build stronger connections with others. This action of pause is so much more than just a word. When you are doing something, and it doesn't have to always be chaos and stress, but I encourage you even in, the joyful moments to just pause and take in what is happening at that moment, because that's where we're going to find true gratefulness. We're going to find the joys in the little tiny things that are happening around us. And who doesn't want to build stronger connections with someone else? One of the things that always pops in my mind with this tip is there have been many days where, my child is talking to me and I am on my phone, maybe sending an email, sending a text, perhaps scrolling social media, whatever it is, I am not being fully present. And I have learned now to say, just give me 1 second so that I can finish whatever it is that I'm doing so that I can show up fully for you. And by doing that, I am allowing myself to pause in the moment once I get finished with my task, but I'm also allowing my child to take a pause and know that I'm going to be able to show up fully present for her when she wants to talk. And that took me a long time to learn, but I find in doing that, we're both receiving so much out of that conversation. She's getting to express herself. I'm getting to hear herself or hear her speaking. I'm getting to enjoy those little moments and glimpses of her, maturing and growing up. And, I find so much more out of a conversation with someone, not just her, but anybody, when I am fully present. And I feel like in our rush world, we forget to do that. And so, and I say, look around at a restaurant, go to a restaurant, and I'm sure I'm guilty of it too, but most people don't just sit and have, the meal without their phones. And so the next time you go out to dinner or have dinner at home, if you are a family who doesn't have a no phone table policy, I would encourage you to start there. Ditch your phones and just have intentional conversation, but do it also when you go out, and then notice other people when you are out and how many people are not really truly present in the moment while they're having, coffee, dinner, whatever with other loved ones. So I hope that this little series each week will allow you to walk away with something that you can try on, see how it works for you. I would absolutely love to hear what the power of pause does for you this week. I want to invite you to try it out multiple times a day, whether you're sitting at a light, whether you're in the middle of chaos, whether you're, on your about to start a meeting, whatever it is. I just use it. Put little sticky on your mirror and remember to pause as you're getting ready and tell yourself that you're amazing. Put a sticky, in your car so when you're driving, you remember that you are, you know, gonna take a couple of deep breaths while you're driving and show up a little bit differently wherever you're going. I find this word to be super empowering. I hope you do too. I would love to hear what has, transformed for you this week. Please reach out to me. You can drop a comment below this podcast. You can also DM me on social media or always send me an email at robin@livelifebalance.com. Until next time, I hope that you guys have an amazing week and you try this little shift and see how it works for you. Till next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.